So as we saw previously, not every quadratic has real number solutions, which is why we do stuff with the imaginary number I. When a complex number is written in standard form, this might be a good thing to highlight. When it's written in standard form, it's a number a plus bi. So a plus bi is your standard form, where a and b are real numbers. A is the real part, bi is the imaginary part. Actually, all numbers can be written like this. For example, 9 can be written as 9 plus 0i. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but I guess you can. And then this makes a set of complex numbers that's larger than the set of real numbers. Today we'll be doing sum, difference. We'll also be doing the multiplication. All right, the examples here say simplify the expression and then write your answers in standard form. So standard form, again, for the second time, standard form is a plus bi. This is maybe actually different than what you would have done with x, because usually if we have an x term, we put it in front of the constant. But when we have imaginary numbers, we always put the constant first, and anything with an I goes second. For this first section today, all we're really doing is just distributing and combining like terms, which you've done before. So that should be the review for you. We've even done it this year in Algebra 2. So look at number 1. Look in between the parentheses, please, and pay attention to this as we work through our unit. What operation do I see? There is a plus sign, and so we are adding. We'll distribute later, but right now we're adding. So I'm going to just bring these things out of the parentheses right now. So plus 5 plus 4i. Technically, I probably don't have to do that, but I want you to see that this is just all just added up. And now we will mark our like terms. So let's see, what is a like term to 8? 5, because it's constant. And what's a like term to negative I? There you go. And now you add them up. 8 plus 5 is 13. Negative I, which is negative 1i, plus 4i is 3i. You have to make sure it's a plus bi. So you'll notice this is a first plus bi. It's the first one we've done. So just make sure you have it in that form with the constant going first and the I term going second. Okay, look, on number 2, in between the parentheses, what operation do we have this time? Subtraction. Please pay attention to this. Teachers all the time in Algebra 1, Algebra 2. And then we just look at this and we just combine like terms and we go on our way. No, it's subtraction. So you have to pay attention to that. Because it's subtraction, if you want to make a note out to the side, you need to make sure that you distribute the negative first. So this negative here, because it's subtraction, okay, this guy. We are subtracting everything to the right-hand side. So everything in that second parentheses gets subtracted. We're going to bring down the first parentheses, 7 minus 6i. And we subtract the 3, so distributing this. Negative times 3, so it's negative 3. And then negative times negative 6i. Plus 6i. We distributed the negative, and now we need to just combine like terms, right? This is stuff we've done before. So 7 minus 3, those are like terms. And then your i's are like terms. 7 minus 3 obviously gives us 4. What about negative 6i plus 6i? 0i. Which I'm going to go and write for now. But do you think we really need to say 0i? Probably not. Your answer is 4. Please look at number 3. Am I distributing the 13? No. What am I distributing? There is a negative, and it could be a negative 1 if that helps you. 1. You don't have to put a 1 there. So I would just bring down the 13. And I know I'm subtracting everything in the parentheses, so we just like change the signs basically, right? So distributing that, so it's -2. And then subtract the 7i, so minus 7i. Bring down the 5i. Go ahead and combine your like terms, check with your table, make sure you all have the same thing. Oh, whoops. Just put your pen. Okay, distribute, sorry, right? You need to distribute the 2. I'll color code for learning. And then distribute the 5. Does this look right? And now combine our like terms. Oh, that's not right. What did I do? It's just a 6. That would make more sense. Okay, 6 and 30, -2i and positive 10i. So you should have 36 plus 8i. When multiplying complex numbers, give me your attention, please. This is new. When multiplying complex numbers, we will need to use the distributive property. Remember that I squared is equal to -1. Okay, well this is important. It's hard to remember something you've never learned, and so we'll talk about why this is even a thing. I squared equals -1. So try and stay with me because I'm going to explain it, because I think it's important that you know where this comes from. I squared is equal to -1 because I is equal to the square root of -1. That's what we talked about yesterday. It's an imaginary number. When you have negative roots, we like, instead of just saying no solutions, we say I so we can do some stuff. If I take that and I square it, so I squared, then I'm actually squaring. So this is -1, square root of -1 squared is what I squared would be. Okay, but think about what you know here. Squareds and square roots. What do they do to each other? They cancel each other out. And so this cancels each other out. And you are only left with -1. So I squared is equal to -1. So if you actually square that imaginary number, it becomes a real number again. It is something you can actually work with a little bit better. We're going to do some distribution. We already did a little bit of this. 4i times -6 is -24i. 4i times I, and this is where you're probably a little bit rusty, is 4. Okay, reminder of why this is the case. I times I is I squared because this is I to the first times I to the first. When you have the same base in multiplication, you add your exponents. So 1 plus 1, I squared. You should not stop here, however, because you know that I squared is equal to what? -1. And so that means that we're going to simplify it a little bit further. -24i plus 4, but instead of writing I squared, I'm going to put -1. Because it's a square root of 1 times square root of 1. So that becomes -24i minus 4. But we don't like this because is it in standard form? No, so you got to fix it. Put the constant first and the I term second so that it's A plus BI. So FOIL. Oops, I lost my L. Where'd it go? There we go. FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. It's just a way to help you remember what order to multiply in, but you don't actually have to use this. This stands for first. So 9 times negative 4 is negative 36. And you have to distribute the 9 again. So the outer term, so 9 to the other one. 9 times 7i is 63i. So we've distributed the I to both terms in the other parentheses. You're just doing distribution twice. And now distribute your negative 2i. So this is my inner terms. Negative 2i times negative 4 is positive 8i. And then last. So negative 2i has to be distributed to the other one as well, which is negative 14i. We already did this. I times I squared. I'm going to simplify that in a second, but I am also going to show you the box method because for some people who are maybe more visual, it might be better. I know here at the high school we do teach both ways, and so you might remember this from Algebra 1, and maybe you remember which way you prefer. So watch carefully, and I would say even maybe write it down so you have an example of how to do this. I have 2 terms times 2 terms. So I would make a 2 by 2 box. And it's 9 minus 2i multiplied by negative 4 plus positive 7i. And then you just multiply each box. So negative 4 times 9 is negative 36. Negative 4 times negative 2i is 8i. Seven I times 9. What's it?
Gonna tell us which one's the recessive gene?
Oh yeah, it is like a Punnett square. And then 7i times negative 2i is exactly what it's like. Is negative 14i squared. Yeah, that's usually how I explain it. You do not have to do it this way. I do not care. And then you take it out of the boxes and put it into that expression, okay? You would get the same thing. We are not done here because we still have I squared. And so we know I squared is equal to negative 1. So you need to replace that. So it's negative 36 plus 63i plus 8i. And I'm not going to show all the work this time. It's negative 14 times negative 1. So plus 14. And now combine your like terms and you would be done. So it should be negative 22 plus 71i.